Everybody, this is video 2 for update on coronavirus, and I must say that coronavirus is a lifestyle disease. So actually how we were living our life until now and right now, it will have a huge impact on whether we will get this virus, the disease, or not, or whether we will have the symptoms or not, or whether we will have minor symptoms or we will end up in the hospital on the ventilator. So the incubation period is 5 days. And during these 5 days, maybe we will have a little cough or we'll feel tired. And after these 5 days, within the next 7 days, the symptoms are difficulty breathing, and maybe we'll get fever or GI problems with the intestines, diarrhea, and 20% of everybody who will be infected will end up on the machine. That is like the prognostic. And whether we will end up on the machines or not depends of our lifestyle. It all depends on our immune system. So the elderly people get the symptoms more late than the others, because most of them, they have some autoimmune disease where the immunity, they already have something going on, the immune system is already fighting some disease, there is an inflammation. So when this virus comes, there is delay on the symptoms. So until the body realizes there is another attack, so they usually don't get the fever, they immediately have problems with breathing and they end up on the ventilator. So the immunity is very slow in responding because it has other things to do already in the body, some other disease. So we have 2 types of immune system. Now there is discussion that we have more types, but basically they were distinguished only 2 types. The one is primary one, which is innate, which as I discussed, there are many types of immune molecules in our body which are fighting the disease, like there is policemen, there is army, there is navy, special forces. So this one is the primary, which is attacking all the invaders that they come, bacteria, viruses, toxins, they attack immediately. So they try to defend us. This is the primary defense mechanism. The other one is a secondary, which is called adaptive. And that one is like when we get some disease like measles or mumps, and then our body already creates antibodies that the second time when we get it, we already have a special force trained for this disease, and it will be with mild symptoms or we will not get it anymore. So it's like a memory immune system. And these are the antibodies, IgG, IgM, IgA. So if we have a fever every year, flu, that is common. Many people get it every year, but that is not normal. That means the body's immune system, it's not so good. It catches all the viruses and it's reacting, and it's difficult for the body to fight this virus. So they're following all the happenings and all the results and the numbers that are coming. From the results, there was a statistic made. They found out that in the top 10, which are the top the people who have died from this virus, are those who have cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and problems with kidneys, and those people who have autoimmune diseases. They thought that the people with the allergies will be more prone to catching this virus and having a bad reaction, but actually they are not in the top 10. They found out that those people who are using vapes, this like cigarette, who are vaping, there are small particles coming into the lungs, and it's attaching to the lungs, which is making problems with the breathing. And there are people that people are more prone to getting this virus and having complications from this. Also the people who smoke. Another thing they noticed is the results from Sweden and Finland, because they're neighboring countries, they're Scandinavian countries, and the new cases with corona and the people and how many they died compared to Sweden and Finland. The Sweden has the higher, maybe triple than the Finland. So they were questioning why is this so different results from both countries. They found out that in Finland there are 5.5 million people, but they have 3.5 saunas. So almost everybody have a sauna at their home, and they're using these saunas, which turns out to be very beneficial. So hot, and they go out on a cold. So hot and cold is very beneficial for the health, for mitochondrial energy and respiration, for oxygen in the mitochondria, in the cells. Then the second thing they found out is the 5G. 5G, there was a question, but it's not proven, but since the most deaths were in China in the beginning, and then in Italy and Spain. So those are the countries and the places, the Wuhan, where it came. They implemented 5G end of last year, when the coronavirus happened. And also Northern Italy, same, last year, end of last year, and also Spain, the capital, of course, and that area. So what does it mean? We know that, I mean, it's proven that this Wi-Fi and electrical signals from the channels from the telecommunication, it's disturbing our body energy. And we all know that we have our meridians who are flowing throughout all our body and circulating and balancing all the systems, all the bodily systems. You have heard about Chinese medicine, acupuncture. They are putting needles in your body, all over your body, to channel the energy which is disturbed. So this disturbance is coming from the other sources of outside energy, like from radiation, from a mobile phone, from Wi-Fi, from TV, from all the screens around us, computers. And the 5G is the most strong energy disturbance. So this is one thing they noticed. It's happening that where they have the most deaths are where the 5G was implemented. As I mentioned in the previous video, the good thing to do is increase consumption of polyphenols. And I mentioned also in the previous video, so if you haven't watched it, watch it, which food contains polyphenols. That's the strong color in the food, like the purple one is flavonoids, the red one is lycopene, the orange is beta-carotene, the yellow is lutein and zeaxanthin. Also, I mentioned vitamin D3, like 10,000 units would be beneficial at this time, and zinc, then vitamin C, zinc 150 or 200 milligrams, vitamin C 2,000 or maybe more, 4,000, depending on your immune system. If there is some autoimmune condition, that they should consume more vitamin C. Then the new thing they discovered, maybe you've heard about the medicine which is for treating malaria, and the quinine can be found in tonic water. So it's a little bit, but it's very beneficial. So you can start drinking tonic water. The next thing is that viruses thrive in mucus environment. So if we have mucus, problem with sinuses, problem with mucus inside our body, we notice if we have a lot of mucus making like that, and that what is creating mucus is actually, we have to avoid this kind of food, which is banana, milk, dairy, potatoes. I wanted to mention about vitamin D3. It has three important functions. It's tightening the junctions in our gut. We know if we have a leaky gut, the virus, it will be much more easier to go inside our body. So it's instead of being loose, it's tightening, so it cannot go in. Then it's has a cellular natural immunity, which reduces the cytokine storm, which I explained in the previous video what is cytokine storm, and adaptive immunity, and making antibodies to protect us. Also, melatonin reduces the inflammation in the lungs, is dampening the inflammation, and like 0.5 up to 3 milligrams daily, it's reducing the number of cells that creates inflammation. So as I mentioned in the previous video, it's not only just to take supplements and they will fix all the problem, and we have to incorporate all the 5 important pillars, which are food, then sleep, exercise, avoid sugar, avoid toxins, and stress management. So if there is somebody who wants to improve their health and they don't know how, and they want to start from scratch, they are beginners, and I want to invite them to the Secret Healing Hub membership, which I created specially for them, and start creating abundant health and healing their body from the beginning, learning the basic steps, and creating better environment, healthy environment, so that no viruses or bacteria can do any harm to their body. Okay, so bye for now. I hope you learned a lot in this video, and I see you in my next video or in my membership. Bye.